Hello friends, and welcome to the Book Nook. My name is Pastor Josiah, and I am so excited and glad that you can join us today. Today, I want to say congratulations to all of you who have finished school. Now, if it were last week or the week before last, I want to say congratulations. I know a lot of you have been trying so hard this year, and I am so excited for you to experience some of the fun things during summer. So, let's dive in, shall we? I mean, what we can go swimming, we can stay up a little bit later, we can go camping with our friends and family, and one of my favorite things, play baseball. Whenever you hear that ball crack at the sound of the bat, oh my goodness, it's one of my favorite things of all summer. And today we're going to see our friend Luke go through his own journey of playing baseball and being told by his brother that he can't play because he's too small. But he gets a little help from a friend along the way. Luke Goes to Bat by Rachel Isadora. It was Brooklyn. It was summer. It was baseball. All day long, the kids on Benford Avenue played stickball in the streets. Except for Luke. When you're older, his big brother, Nicky, told him. He's a squirt, one of the older kids said, laughing. So Luke watched the games from the curb, and then he'd practice. He threw a ball against the wall next to the deli. He practiced his swing over and over again. He ran as fast as he could up and down the block. He wanted to be ready when it was time. At night, whenever the Dodgers were playing, Luke hurried to the roof, where he could see the lights of Ebert's field. When he heard the crowd go wild, he imagined his favorite player, Jackie Robinson, had hit a home run. Someday, Luke thought, I will hit a home run too. Finally, one morning, the team was short a player. Frankie had to go to his aunt's. Who we gotta get? Hey, said Luke. What about me? Everyone was quiet. Come on, said his brother. Give him a chance. We got no one else. He better not mess up. They put him in left field. No balls came his way, so he just stood there. When it was his turn, up to bat, Luke took a few practice swings and stepped up to the plate. I'll show them, Luke muttered. The ball whizzed past. Strike one! Luke held the bat higher. Strike two! Luke had barely gotten to position when the next ball flew past and the catcher yelled, out! You stink, Luke heard. He got up to bat one more time, but struck out again. Sometimes it just goes that way, his big brother told him. Frankie came back in the afternoon, so Luke spent the rest of the day on the curb. He was sure they'd never let him play again. Grandma was in the kitchen when he got home. I finally got a chance to play with the team, Luke told her.
Grandma could tell that the game hadn't gone well. Not everybody plays like Jackie Robinson all the time, she said. Not even Jackie Robinson. Luke didn't smile. By the way, Grandma said, are you doing anything tomorrow night? Luke shrugged. Well, if you're so busy, somebody else will have to go with me to the game at Ebbets Field. What? You mean a real game? Grandma held up 2 tickets. Ebbets Field was ablaze with light. But this time, Luke didn't have to imagine the game. Thanks for taking me, Grandma, he said. They watched the Dodgers and Phillies battle and go back and forth. The game wasn't into any riffraff. The game went into extra innings. By the time the Dodgers got up to the bat in the bottom of the 14th inning, the score was still tied 8-8 with 2 outs. Jackie Robinson was up. The crowd roared. Come on, Jackie, Luke yelled. The pitcher threw a curve. Jackie swung. Strike 1, the umpire called. Pitcher wound up, threw a fastball. Jackie missed. Strike 2. 3 balls followed. All eyes at Ebbets Field rested on Jackie. The Dodgers could still win. Luke shouted with the crowd. Give it to him, Jackie. You show him. Jackie looked around from under his cap and dug his feet into the dirt. The pitcher began to wind up. You can do it, Jackie, Luke whispered. You can do it. Suddenly, Luke heard the loud crack of a bat. When he looked up, the ball was flying over his head, flying over the scoreboard, flying over the walls of Ebbets Field. The crowd went wild. Luke stood up on his seat and cheered. You showed him, Jackie. What a game, Grandma said. See, you can't give up. Even Jackie keeps on swinging. Luke didn't answer. When Luke got home, he ran up to the roof. The lights were going out at Ebbets Field. Come on down, it's bedtime, Nicky called. Just then, Luke saw a ball lying on the ground. Look, he said, picking it up. This is the home run ball that Jackie Robinson hit tonight. Nah, that's just some old ball a kid hit up on the roof, Nick said, laughing at him as he went downstairs. And that's when Luke saw him. It was Jackie Robinson himself. I hit that one for you, kid. Before Luke could say a word, Jackie ran to the dugout to join the other Dodgers. But he looked back one more time. Hey, kid, he said. Your grandma was right. You can't give up. Thanks, Mr. Robinson. The final lights went out at Ebbets Field. Luke looked down at the winning ball and smiled. I won't, he whispered to himself. And he didn't.
The end.
Oh, yes. Congratulations, Luke. Well, friends, wasn't that a fun story? I hope that each and every one of you have an opportunity not only to get outside and play and have fun, but also to experience new things when others say that you can't. I want you to remember that no matter what anyone says, yes, you can. So friends, I want you to go out this summer and explore, have fun, enjoy life, because this year was one of the hardest. So, thank you for joining us this week. We took a break last week because we wanted to make sure that you all had a great Memorial Day weekend. So, I hope to see you all again soon. Bye, friends. Oh, wait. Remember, I love you, and God loves you. See you soon.
Jackie is the original civil rights pioneer. When Jackie broke the color line in baseball in 1947, Martin Luther King was a junior at Morehouse College. Harry S. Truman had not integrated the military. The Supreme Court had not ruled in Brown versus Board of Education that segregation was illegal. And Rosa Parks hadn't refused to give up her seat on the bus, as Jackie had done more than a decade before her in 1944, for which he got court-martialed at Fort Hood and won. Let me just quote Martin Luther King. Jackie Robinson was a sit-inner before sit-ins and a freedom rider before freedom rides. And that says it all.
More than anything else, what African Americans have wanted from America is a seat at the table. Jackie Robinson knew once he got in the door, you could knock down all of these conventions. First, you get out there and you prove you can play. Then you can start talking back to umps. Then you start dealing with writers on your terms instead of their terms. Then you start fighting to make sure the hotels are integrated. And over time, Jackie Robinson has pushed us forward. For him, there was no satisfaction with simply being allowed to enter the room.
There's no time like the present to be revisiting the Jackie Robinson story. Fame and celebrity are so important to our national culture, and I think that Robinson gives us a great window into what you can do with that fame and celebrity to affect change across the country.
I hope that this film gives people a chance to get to know the real Jackie Robinson and to understand him and his heroism in a new way, in a more complicated way, in a more human way. I think that there's so much to relate to about his story that feels very relevant today.
A lot of us talk a good talk. He actually walked the walk. He got up every day and tried to make things better for other people every single day with a fire in his belly that I hope is inspirational. I hope that some kid watches this or some adult watches this and says, I get it. Up to now, I have been just mouthing the words, pretending. Now it's time to roll up the sleeves and really actually do something, really make a difference, as he said that we're only measured by the differences we make in the lives of other people.